lecture we'll see that how we can run a conditional programming and keep a break within our program using while loop or for loop. Earlier we have seen the how to write a condition using if, else and elif. Now suppose write a simple program that if I write that x equal to means that it will just type my name, right? Sorry. And then print x. Now I want to print this value 5 times. So what to do? So either I have to write this x equal to Sajal 5 times, or what I can do that I can use a while loop over here. While I less than equal to 5, just remove all those things. Now if I write only this portion, that case let us see what happens. So it is showing some error because I is not defined. So I have to initialize I, the value of I, because how long the loop is run or will run, that we need to check. So if we initialize I value equal to 1, still it goes to the in an infinite loop. Why? Because the initial value is written, that is I equal to 5, and I will run up to 5, but what should be the incremental value? That should also we have to mention. Means I have to mention that the I value must increased by 1. Either I can write I equal to I plus 1 or I plus plus. Now let us check. So 5 times, so it is running. Now let us debug that how it is working, step by step procedure. So again go to tools, run and debug, h2, go to debug console and then function f8. So first value I equal to 1, and it is checking the condition that while the I value is less than equal to 5, okay, the condition satisfies. So it will enter into the loop and print the value. So first time it is printing the value. So you can go to the console and see that what value it is printing. The first value it has already printed. Now let us check with that what should be the I value right now. I value is increased to 2, right? Again it is satisfying the condition. Again it is printing the value. Now you can go to the console to check that 2 values has been printed, right? Again the I value is be incremented by 3. As condition satisfies, print the value. Again I value will be incremented by 4, satisfies the condition, print the value. And next the I value is 5, satisfies and print the value. Now when I value becomes 6, it is not satisfying, it will come out of the loop and the program ends over here. So we can check this one. Now suppose let us go to more complex thing like nested while. Means that within while we will try to print another while loop. So how it will work, let us see. Suppose instead of printing, so let us print Kaziranga University. So it will print 5 times, right? Now 5 times Kaziranga University is being printed. Now what I want to do that within this Kaziranga University I want to print CSC again. So what I have to do, after printing Kaziranga University, I have to write while take another variable j less than equal to 5, then print CSC. right? Now as we have taken j value, we have to initialize j value and we have to increment j value also. So j value is initialized to 1 and j value is incrementing. Beware about the indentation, because here we are not using any bracket to show that how many lines of code should be within our loop. So as we are not using any bracket, only indentation will signify that which line is under which loop. So that is very important to take care of. So I have incremented. So within Kaziranga University, the CSC department is will print 5 times. So let us see that how it is running. So look at this. First time it is printing the Kaziranga University out of within this loop. It is printing 5 times CSC department. Again, Kaziranga University is printing, and within this loop it is printing CSC department 5 times. So instead of 5, we can reduce it to 3 times, so that it will be more visible. Okay, now within CSC department I want to print another nested while loop. So what should I do? I can take an value k. So if I take k, then initialize k first, then while k less than equal to 2, print Python. So I am printing Python. Now the k value will be incremented by 1. So okay, I forgot to write the colon. Oh sorry, it should be k equal to 1. It should be k equal to 1. It's okay. Now again it goes to infinite loop. Do you know why? Because I have written over j. So j is not j is meaningless over here, right? So I should give k. Now look at this. Within Kaziranga University it is printing CSC. Within CSC it is printing Python twice. Again that this CSC will be printed thrice. So if you are you get lost within this nested while loop, you can check it how it is running through your debugger again. So this facility is available in your Python. So go to debug, scratch to, oh sorry, before giving the debug option I have to give the breakpoint from which it should run the debug. And now function f8, oh okay, I have to run it again. I have to run it again. Then give a breakpoint, go to run, then debug. So go to debug console. Now function f8. So first of all I equal to 1, enters the loop, print Kaziranga University, then j equal to 1, enter the loop of j, then print CSC, then incremented the value of j, and the value of j will be 2 right now. Now going to the next, the inner while loop, where the k value equal to 1, and it will print the value Python, and this value will be printed 2 times until and unless it is coming out of this loop. So when it comes out of this loop, again it will enter into the j loop to print CSC, and after printing CSC it will print Python 2 times. So in this way it will run. So after printing this CSC 3 times, and within one CSC it should print Python 2 times, right? Now it will come out of the CSC loop again, CSC loop also, and it will come out of the Kaziranga University. So in this way the entire program will run. Now another thing is that now here we are finding out that this Kaziranga University is printing so many times, so it is very difficult to manage. If I want to print in the same line, then how to print it? So suppose if I write Kaziranga University and then end, give a space, give a space, then end. Let us see how it behaves. So look at this, Kaziranga University and CSC is printing in the same line, right? Now with the same CSC also will do the same thing. So look at this, Kaziranga University, CSC, Python, all are printing in the same line. Now if I write the same thing over here also, so entire line by Kaziranga University, CSC, Python, Python, CSC, Python, Python, all these lines will be written in the same line. So it's a just a trial and error method. You can check that how writing this end to check that whether the entire line is written in the same line or in the next line. So you can check the entire thing. Suppose if I remove this end from here, you can check it that how it is behaving like. So it's up to you, please check this one. Now let's next we'll move to for loop. So in while loop we have checked that how long the control should be within a particular loop that will be decided by the while loop. Even through the for loop also we can do, but there are some differences between while and for. Suppose if I want to print x equal to as a series of value. Sorry. Print x, and if I run this program, sorry, so the entire value is being printed over here, right? Now if I want to print Sajal first, then 2, then 2.5, that means all the values I want to print it individually. So what can I do? That I can use the for loop over here. For I in x colon, then print. If I write print x, then x will be printed multiple numbers of times. How many numbers of times? That depends upon how many elements are present within my list. And if I write a print I, then it will print Sajal first, then 2 first, then 2.5 first. So in this way. Now as I already told you that instead of I, if I print x, then what will happen, that it will print the entire value. How many times? That is the how many numbers of index values in this array is present over here. So let us see that Sajal 2 and 2.5, it is printing 3 times. Now instead of printing multiple numbers of heterogeneous values like integer, float or the string, if I want to print a single value, suppose Sajal, then it will be printed in an array. So Sajal Shah, so how many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 characters are there. So 9 characters will be printed one by one. If I give print I. you can see that one. Now instead of I, if I give X only, then it will print Sajal Shah 9 number of times. So not only that, if you want to print the entire range, suppose one range you want to print, or suppose instead of writing this X, or that we have shown to you earlier, that X Sajal 2 and 2.6, if I want to print that I in X, instead of I in X, if I write like this in bracket Sajal 2 and 2.6 bracket close. Now better disable this line. Sorry, it will be disabled from here. I think hash, sorry, has to be given over here. Now if I disable this line, let us see. It will print the same value. I think, suppose. Now X is not defined. Okay, sorry. I have to print I, na. So look at this. The same value is being printed one by one. So that can also be done in the for loop. Now instead of printing the entire value of the list within the list, if I want to print a range of value, so what can I do that? Range 20. Suppose I want to print the entire range. Sorry. Now print I. So what it is doing that from 0 to 19, all the values one by one it is printing. Now you want to print it from the middle of any values. So what should you do? Suppose if I want to print from 5 to 20, then it will start printing from 5 to 20. 5 to 19, sorry. Now if you want to print within a it is printing all the values one by one, right? Now if you want to get a certain value to be printed after a certain interval, like within 5 to 19, the values will be printed with an incremental value of 2. That means 5, then 7, then 9. In this way it should get printed. And what should you do? The value will be printed within an incremental value of 579, like this. Now if you want to print it in the reverse order, that can also be possible. Suppose the value should start printing from 20, it will print up to 5 with a decremented value of 20, decremented value up to 2. Sorry, from 20 it should print up to 5 with a decremented value of 2. Let us see how it works. No, it is not working. Why it is not working? It is printing from 20 to 5, and I am giving the value 2, that is a positive integer, so it will take the incremented value. So it is initialized to 20, but it is when the control goes to 5 it gets confused. So how it can be reached to 5 after incrementing with 2 every time? So better to give it to -2 and you will get the result. So look at here, 20, then the next value is 18, the next value is 16, so it is decremented by -2 only. Now I want to print from 1 to 20 or 100, but I should avoid those values which are divisible by 5. So let us see how it works. Suppose if I write for I in range 1, 20. Now Now if I is divided by 5 not equal to, so it's not divisible, it's a remainder only, not equal to 0, I divisible 5 not equal to 0. Sorry, in case of if, I should not give this bracket, did not take this bracket. Then print I. So look at this, it is printing all those values except 5, as 5 is divisible by 5, so it is not printing. It is not printing 10 also, or it is not printing 20 also. So in this way we can check, we can explore some more examples also. So how it should work. Now instead of 1 to 20, suppose if I give 1 to 100, but with the incremental value of 2, and the value should start with 2 only. So look at this, from 2 to 100 it is incrementing, and we then it is checking also the values which are divisible by 5, it is not printing.